Hey y'all. So today let's talk about branding. Branding is very important. It's important to get a logo, a headshot, and a website. So let's go talk about that. All right, so a logo. Logo is very important. It's something that becomes the thing that people recognize you from instantly. So a logo can be a picture, it can be words and a picture. Whatever it is, decide what it is and stick with it. For me, mine is fairly simple. This is actually the second or third logo I've had for my business, but I'm completely in love with this one. So I found one that I liked. I actually love it. And so now it's everywhere. So it's on my business card, it's on my website, it's on my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook page. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it has become something that is easily recognizable and people know that it's mine. So get you a logo. You can start off, if you don't have a budget to hire a logo designer or a graphic designer, you can just start with basic text being your logo. But I would recommend eventually hiring a graphic designer or a logo designer to design your logo. I went to freelancer.com, and what I like about it is that it's for freelancers, and freelancer.com. And you can say what project you want and what budget you have, and you post it. And then freelancers respond. So you're getting people that are willing to work with you with your budget and willing to work with you with what you need. So that's how I got mine. And I got a whole lot of responses for mine. And at that time, my budget for my logo wasn't very big, but mine is fairly simple because I know that I'm going to use my logo for a lot of different things. So I didn't want a complicated logo anyway. But freelancer.com, I was just going there. I also used Freelancer to get the design for the t-shirts for my summer short film series. So you can do anything on Freelancer. If you need a website designed, or if you need business card design, or if you need animation, there's so many things, pretty much anything you can post on freelancer.com and get some type of response. So I would start there only because you get to pick your budget. So freelancer.com for your logo. Step one. Okay, step two, headshot. You need a headshot. That's just what it is. You can get it professionally made. You can take your own using your phone, finding good lighting. Let me find my good lighting. There we go. Find a good lighting. Use your phone to take a picture. Most phones have really good cameras. Just make sure that it's filterless. No filters on your headshot. And that you're generally facing front. So no side pictures, no up here, don't be down here. They want to see your face. It's going to be part of your identity. So make sure that you don't have a filter so people don't know what you look like for real. And it's a pretty good, high quality. So I would suggest again, eventually when you get the budget to get professional headshots, get professional headshots. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. But before I got my professional ones, I was using some pictures that I took with my phone, and they looked fine. So start where you are, but it's important to do the best with what you have. So take that selfie if you need to. Have a friend hold your phone and use the back camera. Sometimes on some phones, the back camera is better than the front camera. So do what you got to do, but get a picture, get a headshot, and use it. Okay, third thing, website. You need a website. It is what it is. Facebook pages are great. Instagram pages are great. But you need something that you can control to have all of your information, because Instagram and Facebook, even YouTube, have algorithms. Sometimes they aren't that favorable favorable to some businesses, especially smaller businesses. So it's important to have a website where people can go, where you can control and, send people there and use SEO to get your rankings up higher on Google and other search engines and things like that. Plus, you can do so much more with a website than you can with a Facebook page or Instagram page. Am I saying Facebook pages and Instagram pages are bad? Absolutely not. If you can't afford to hire a website designer and you don't have anybody to teach you how to use a content manager, start there. It's cool. Okay, sidebar. Content management systems are almost like most of them, I'll say most, are like drag and drop situations to create a website. A content management system could be something like a WordPress, a Wix, or Weebly. If you are a beginner, I probably wouldn't recommend WordPress. WordPress has a lot of advanced options. If you're just looking for something that looks good and you can simply drag and drop and update your website whenever you want to, I would suggest starting with Weebly. The next step up, I would say, is Wix, and then WordPress. But I mean, YouTube University is amazing, so you can learn how to do anything. So if you want to start with WordPress, do that. Just make sure you do your research, find out which one works best for you, not only with your skill level, but your time level. That's something that a lot of people don't realize. I am actually trained to be a website designer, and people don't realize how much time it takes to make a website. It takes time, especially when you do it right, and it doesn't matter if you're building it by line by line of code or if you're using a content manager. So make sure you have time and the budget. There are hosting fees with the majority of these, and that just means that if it goes down or if you have a problem, you have a customer service, people you can call or whatever. I can testify on the customer service departments for Wix and Weebly specifically. I have clients that have me set up their websites on content management systems for them, and then I train them on how to use it, but I'm not always available, so I usually use Wix or Weebly because Wix and Weebly's customer service center and their department and their response time is really good. So yeah, I would recommend starting there, but there's a bunch of content management systems out there, but I would start with Weebly, Wix, or WordPress. So start there. So that's what I would suggest doing. Take a walk with me. Let's go walk. Start with those three things. You want to make sure that your brand is consistent, and it's okay to change. I am actually in the midst of rebranding my brand, and I am to the point where I am really happy with how everything is looking. I've picked a consistent color scheme. I have my logo, my headshots. Then with all that, it was easy to make the banner, so everything was consistent. So my Twitter page banner looks like my YouTube page banner. My YouTube page banner looks like my Instagram page profile, because you don't really have banners on there. But then those all look like my Facebook page profile and banner, actually. So once you have those things, it becomes really easy to be consistent, and then it really does help the community and your current clients, your future clients recognize you when everything looks the same. And so right now, my color scheme is mainly black and white with a touch of pink. Pink is my favorite color. I don't know when that happened, but it did, and it's kind of bad. I'm just gravitating toward pink, but pink can scare off some people, and so I want my brand to be me, but I also want people to be comfortable with contacting me. So I have black and white with a splash of pink. It's not a lot, but yeah, go to my website and see, you can check it out and let me know what you think. The other thing I forgot to mention is that whatever you choose for your content management system for your website, make sure it can be optimized for mobile. I do not have a lot of experience with making WordPress sites optimized for mobile, but I do know that when you use Wix and Weebly, they are automatically optimized for mobile. So that means that when people look at your websites on their phone, it's not just a jumbled mess. And I forget what the stats exactly are, but people are way more likely to look at your website on their phones than they are on a desktop. So mobile optimization is very, 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 very important. And so that's why I send most of my clients to Wix and Weebly, because it's automatically optimized. And you can still move things around, so your mobile site can look a little bit different than your desktop site, but it does all the hard work for you. It automatically codes everything, because if you didn't know, if you don't use a content manager like Wix or Weebly and you do it by hand, you do have to have a whole nother set of code that can be inserted into the code for your desktop so that it responds. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just saying, so it's just, I highly recommend Wix and Weebly to do that. But anyway, get your stuff on brand. It makes you easier to recognize, and trust me, you know, people are more likely to go to things they recognize. Start there. I want us all to have a great 2018. I'm in the midst of rebranding, and it might change. So, you know, do what makes you happy now. I think I've gone through a couple of different seasons, quote unquote, of rebranding, but I'm pretty happy where I am now. And that will that might happen, and that's another reason why I recommend Wix or Weebly as far as your website goes, because it's easy to change. If you want to have your color scheme be blue today, but then 3 months down the line you want it to be orange or brown, it's easy to switch that instead of having to recode everything. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If this helped you, give it a thumbs up. I will be doing a couple of tutorials for Wix and Weebly basic setup. And yeah, I will see you guys next video. Bye.